This year's list of Academy Award-nominated films is heavy on true stories, including that of Chris Kyle. The late Navy SEAL sniper is credited with saving countless American lives in the Iraq War. He served 4 tours, only to meet a horrible fate here at home. I met Kyle 3 years ago as he adapted to what may have been his most challenging mission in some ways, learning to serve his fellow troops as a civilian. With 160 confirmed kills, Chris Kyle was the U.S. military's most lethal sniper, a number the humble Navy SEAL was quick to deflect when we met in 2012.
If I could figure out a number of people I saved, that's something I would brag about.
Did you ever have any lingering feelings about taking a life?
No. Every person I killed I have a clear conscience of, because they were actively trying to harm Americans, allies, or the civilians.
Kyle's story was made for Hollywood.
The thing that haunts me are all the guys that I couldn't save.
Bradley Cooper's portrayal of the Texan earned him an Oscar nomination, a role the actor took to heart.
I sort of just fell in love with the guy. I just have tremendous respect for what he did. I think that that's the main thing about this movie. People that may not know what really goes on with vets and with soldiers, what they have to deal with balancing home life and being abroad.
Kyle's friend and ex-Navy SEAL Clint Bruce praises the film for shining a spotlight on the toll war can take at home.
Coming home is a hard deal because, you physically get here and then you desperately and urgently try to find ways to bring your purpose back here.
Chris Kyle left the Navy in 2009 and returned to Texas and found a new purpose in life.
I just want to be an advocate for the vets to make sure they're taken care of.
And that's become your big cause right now, is it?
Yes, sir.
Did you have your own form of post-traumatic stress?
Yeah, I think everybody, after you come back from a wartime deployment, you're going to have combat stress.
Kyle made it his mission to help veterans suffering from PTSD, a decision that would ultimately end up costing him his life. The Navy SEAL was shot to death at a shooting range nearly 2 years ago, allegedly by a veteran who he was trying to help. Since his death, his friends and family are paying it forward, some helping other veterans in need, like Clint Bruce does at this gym in Dallas.
Every time I go back there and I see a veteran with all his limbs or none of them, I'll think of Chris. And because I'll see him and I'll think good pain's pushing out bad pain. And the perspective that Chris and men like him gave me is one of the reasons that I just have hard days but no bad days.
Meanwhile, Chris's widow, Taya, continues to build upon her husband's legacy, launching a nonprofit this past Veterans Day dedicated to helping the families of military and first responders.
The Chris Kyle Frog Foundation, then, is my way of keeping Chris's spirit alive.
What do you hope people will come away with after seeing this film?
I think the biggest thing that people can come away with is to know that our veterans are appreciated, thankfully, for what they do on the battlefield.
This week, American Sniper also received an Oscar nomination for Best Picture.